Have you ever felt stuck? Like you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You work hard, you try to be a good person, but there's this quiet, nagging feeling of unhappiness that just won't go away? What if I told you that true, lasting happiness isn't stolen by big, dramatic tragedies, but is slowly drained away by tiny, invisible habits we perform every single day? In the next few minutes, we're going to expose 7 of these secret saboteurs. These are the habits that disguise themselves as normal behavior, but are quietly keeping you from the life you deserve. And the last one is something most of us think is actually a good thing. Stay with me, because understanding these is the first step to finally breaking free. First, let's talk about the endless scroll. It starts innocently. You have 5 minutes to spare, so you pull out your phone. But 5 minutes turns into 30, and you fall into a rabbit hole of perfectly curated lives. The problem isn't just wasted time. Psychologically, this is a happiness trap. You are flooding your brain with unrealistic comparisons. Every post you see is a highlight reel of someone else's life, their perfect vacation, their new car, their promotion. Your brain starts to believe that your normal, everyday life is boring and inadequate. This comparison culture is one of the biggest thieves of joy in the modern world. The fix is simple, but not easy. Designate no phone zones or times. For example, the first 30 minutes after you wake up and the last 30 minutes before you sleep. Replace the scroll with something real, reading a book, listening to music, or just sitting with your thoughts. The second habit is saying yes when you mean no. You want to be liked. You want to be helpful. So when a friend asks for a favor you don't have time for, or your boss gives you a project on a Friday evening, you say yes. Every time you do this, you are sending a message to your own brain. My needs, my time, and my energy are less important than everyone else's. This habit of people-pleasing leads directly to burnout, resentment, and a feeling that your own life is not in your control. The fix is to start small. The next time someone asks for something you can't do, use this polite but firm phrase, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now." You don't need a long excuse. No is a complete sentence. The third habit is living in the past or the future. Our minds are time machines. We spend hours regretting past mistakes, asking, "What if I had said this?" Or worrying about the future, asking, "What if I fail?" Unhappiness thrives in these two places. The past is filled with regret, and the future is filled with anxiety. The only place where peace exists is the present moment. But we are rarely there. The fix is to practice a 2-minute mindfulness exercise. Wherever you are, stop. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This simple trick forces your mind out of the past and future and anchors it firmly in the now. The fourth habit is waiting for the perfect moment. I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll start my business when I have more money. I'll ask that person out when I feel more confident. This is perfectionism disguised as planning. We wait for this magical, perfect moment when all the stars align, but it never comes. This waiting game is a recipe for stagnation. It keeps you stuck in the same place, dreaming of a life you never actually start living. The fix is the 2-minute rule. Whatever your goal is, break it down into something you can do in 2 minutes. Want to write a book? Write 1 sentence. Want to get fit? Do push-ups for 2 minutes. Action, not perfection, is what builds momentum and creates happiness. The 5th habit is negative self-talk. Listen to the voice inside your head for a day. Is it a friend or a bully? For many of us, it's a bully. You're not smart enough. You'll never succeed. You look terrible today. This inner critic is a constant source of unhappiness. It erodes your self-esteem and becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you constantly tell yourself you're a failure, you'll eventually start to believe it and act like it. The fix is to actively challenge your inner critic. When you hear a negative thought, stop and ask yourself, is this thought actually true? Would I ever say this to a friend? Replace the negative thought with a more neutral or even a positive one. Instead of, I can't do this, try, I will do my best. The sixth habit is neglecting your physical health. We often treat our minds and bodies as two separate things, but they are deeply connected. A poor diet, lack of sleep, and no exercise have a direct and powerful impact on your mood and mental state. You can't have a happy mind in an unhealthy body. Your brain needs the right fuel and rest to function properly. When you neglect your body, you are essentially creating a biological environment for unhappiness to grow. The fix is not to try to change everything at once. Pick one thing. Just one. Go for a 15-minute walk every day. Drink one extra glass of water. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Small physical wins lead to big mental wins. The final habit is chasing big happiness. This is the habit we mistake for a good thing. We believe happiness is a destination. I'll be happy when I get the promotion, when I buy the house, when I find a partner. We chase these big, epic moments. But once we get them, the feeling fades quickly. This is called the hedonic treadmill. We run and run, but our baseline level of happiness stays the same. True, lasting happiness is not found in big achievements. It's found in learning to appreciate the small, everyday moments. The joy of a morning coffee, the beauty of a sunset, a kind word from a stranger. The fix is to start a gratitude jar or a small journal. Every night, write down one small thing that made you smile that day. This trains your brain to stop chasing the horizon and start seeing the beauty right where you are. So there they are, 7 secret habits that drain our joy, the endless scroll, people-pleasing, living in the past or future, waiting for perfection, negative self-talk, neglecting our bodies, and chasing big happiness. The good news is, now they are no longer a secret. You have the power to change them. Not all at once, but one by one. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to a profound transformation. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? What is one small change you are going to commit to starting today? Let us know in the comments below. Sharing your journey is a powerful way to stay accountable. And if this video helped you see things a little more clearly, please give it a like and subscribe for more insights into living a better, happier life. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are in control.